guys, this brings us into next week. So to me, this episode was all about, it's like a part one, right?
Right.
Yes.
So I didn't find it necessary. I found it quite exciting when it was happening, but not as satisfying, but not really worrying about being satisfied because I thought, okay, this is setting up very nicely for next week, our big finale. I'm curious about how this finale comes together, boys, because there's a lot of loose ends through this whole series. I've written them all down here on a piece of paper. A lot of loose ends from all the other episodes that need to be tied up in, half an hour, 35 minutes. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I've gone down and written down all the loose ends from each episode that may or may not link into this. And then I had a look at the trailer to see who I can see in the trailer. It's very hard. I'm not very good at freeze frame and everything. So we've got, at the start of episode 1, we've got Captain Carter coming back to the future with Nick Fury and Hawkeye watching her come through, right? Mm-hmm. With the legs and everything. So there's 3 characters who may or may not be in this one. There's Ego, the Living Planet, who turns up and sees Chris Pratt, in the, what was it, a Dairy Queen or something?
Yeah.
So there's those 2, but potentially everyone else in that episode, but particularly I think I saw in the trailer, I saw T'Challa as Star-Lord, right? Don't quote me on that. The next one, we've got Captain Marvel and Nick Fury meeting up after all the Avengers have been killed.
Oh, by the way, let this be the first episode that I kind of liked Captain Marvel. And of course she dies. So I was just like, it sticks to my point. She is unbearable if she has to stay in the universe in any way. They're only good.
Miracles of our time. Take it down and put it in the annals of history that there is an episode, a Marvel film or TV show out there. Their gift likes Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
But anyway, getting back, Doctor Strange. So we got Captain Marvel, Nick Fury, ready to take on Loki. So I guess Loki's still kicking around at the end of that episode. I haven't seen him in any trailers though. So episode 4, Doctor Strange. Okay, we've already seen that, right? So we know he's directly involved in this episode. Episode 5, the zombie one. So you got Peter Parker, T'Challa, Scott Lang, all heading towards zombie Thanos. And I've heard rumors that there's going to be zombies in this one. I think people will be really annoyed if there's not zombies in this last one. It'd be great. And plus we got the Hulk and potentially even Winter Soldier still floating around. Because we have seen Hulk in that trailer. He's there in that trailer for the last one. Killmonger, Cherie and Pepper Potts. I kind of got loose ends in the next episode. And then we've got Party Thor, really the only one who sees. So we all know he's involved next one because he sees Ultron Strike Vision coming through. And from this episode, we've still got Black Widow, we've still got Zola, and of course we've got the Watcher. How do they put all these characters in without making this episode number 9 a mess? And then you've got Gamora, right? So how do they do this?
I don't think they cover any of the loose ends of anything because I don't think any of them are important in terms of that it's the characters that matter, not the stories.
Yeah, so, but how many characters are there? There's just so many.
Like I think go ahead, JP.
This could be where Secret Wars take off.
You think they'll created this early? I guess start the early stages.
It's very possible that this could be leading into a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
That would make sense, but I don't. I mean, I think we will get that early stage because we're clearly getting the multiversal Avengers in this next episode. Like we've seen it in the trailers, it's been played for ages, so that one's not new. I don't think we're gonna get every one of the characters that you said.
It's almost impossible.
Yes.
Obviously Captain Carter, that was definitive, but I don't think we're getting to Nick Fury because we've seen Nick Fury in multiple verses, and basically they all play in the background. We definitely getting this the Peter Parker. We'll definitely get the what was the second episode? Second episode was
Ego and Star-Lord. You can both see them in. So
Right, but
again, I don't know whether it's
both
which
T'Challa's.
Star-Lord.
That's what I'm saying. Both T'Challas we're not going to get. Like T'Challa from the Zombieland has one leg. He's not doing anything. But we'll get, and that T'Challa, that Black Panther will be replaced with the Killmonger Black Panther. So that'll be the focus. Obviously, we get the evil Doctor Strange. We're gonna get Black Widow, but the Black Widow with Zola. Probably get some symbiosis of either Ice Loki or Party Thor, depending on how heavy of a destruction that Ultron had on Thor initially.
Well, he's in the trailer, cruising around in a car.
Oh yeah,
knocking them all over.
Right.
So it's still Party Thor. He's still having a good time, even defending the end of the world.
So basically, we're seeing. Obviously, it's going to be the main focal points of each one of those episodes. And that one, I guess the Gamora one will be like the replacement for cut down Thanos in the the universe yeah. Though honestly, I really wish they had not shown us that Gamora was in there because I don't see what her purpose is.
I'm just concerned we'll be sitting here next week saying that last episode was a mess. It was all over the place. We've got 30 seconds of this character, 30 seconds of that character, and we won't be satisfied at all. That's my concern. Unless they go an hour or something.
We already know we're getting a season 2 of What If. So, satisfaction is already guaranteed to not be there in total.
Yeah.
But there's going to be its own little conclusion with its cliffhanger, and I do think that it sets the stage for at least Multiverse of Madness. Though I'm not 100% sure how they're planning to how they plan to live action that, because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. No, I do want to see the Galactus of that era, because being able to see what Galactus was slowly eating the planet in one of the universes they crashed through was nice. After seeing farting gas cloud Galactus in the other catastrophe of a Fantastic Four movie, which
it
was just nice to see him.
Well, one thing that I heard recently, I read or in my little research, is that the writers of Loki had really no idea what was going on with this What If and vice versa. So I'm not really holding my breath, expecting all these other ones to necessarily dovetail into each other. They might, but
I 100% expect them to dovetail into each other, because I already figured Feige. Because I get how Feige does it. You set everything up, you create the structure, and then you let them be able to create within that structure, so it still makes sense into the development. But now it's just like, now we're seeing these other components. So whenever they set up the next stage, it goes like Feige is a true watcher. He sees everything.
Yeah, he is.
Way it's supposed to be.
I've just seen enough things in this What If series to make me think this one is a bit of a standalone. I think it's going to make sense on its own internal logic. I just wonder if it's really it's going to fit in with everything else. And whether it even matters. It doesn't matter to me.
I definitely know it matters, because the evil Doctor Strange thing is definitely going to come back up in live action. I definitely know that one's going to come back up.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Right.
Subscribe!
Garbage dog. Or die.